Yeah, dog. LDWMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Man, we got my girl Sabina Mazo versus Shana Dobson. This is a fight that I was definitely looking forward to, and I knew that this fight would probably definitely be a very entertaining fight. And this fight did not disappoint the coach. The coach was excited the whole time. You know, and I interviewed Sabina Mazo before this fight. And, you know, I asked Sabina, you know, listen, what did you learn? What did you learn from your last fight? And, you know, she told me something interesting. And she was 21. No, she was 22. And from a 22-year-old, you know, you just don't hear certain things, you know. And Sabina just said, you know what? I got to trust my own skills, you know. I got to trust my own skills. And I have to do what my corner tells me to do. And you know what? I'm like, wow. Wow, you know, 22-year-olds, they don't talk like that. They really don't speak that way. And I was like, you know what? This kid is going places. This kid is going places, man. Good person too, man. Good person inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I've had the pleasure of having just even, you know, chats with Sabina, you know, even outside the camera. And this woman is a this woman got a big future. Shana Dobson, retired school teacher. She stopped teaching so she can commit, you know, her life to, you know, being the best mixed martial artist in the world. And I really highly respect Shana for making that decision. You know, she's had a long layoff. You know, she's dealt with some injuries. And, you know, I was really wanting to see, you know, what was Shana Dobson going to do? You know, like, how is she going to, you know, her body looked phenomenal. And so does Sabina. You know, Sabina, you know, looked like she added some weight training. You know, like she added a little bit of weight training, you know, to, you know, her training regimen, which, you know, I was saying, dang, Sabina, you going to put some weight training in there? Then she goes, yeah, we'll talk to master about that, you know. And it looked like Sabina also put some weights on, you know, I mean, actually been in the gym working out and doing resistance training, you know, just free weight training. Looks good. Shana does too. But let's talk about the fight, man. This fight got off to a quick start, man. Shana Dobson, you know, she's very heavy-handed. And so she started throwing some strikes up high. And Sabina Mazo took a step back and she cracked Shana Dobson with a left kick to the liver, man. And Shana Dobson, you know, immediately she felt it. She felt it and she hunched over. And Sabina had her hurt, man. She was hurt. And that liver kick, Shana Dobson, to me, never recovered, okay, during the fight. She never did. So Sabina, you know, just went in and, man, started throwing strikes. But she did something, though, I thought was ill-advised. You know, she had Shana hurt against the cage, and she took Shana down. And I'm like, man, okay. So I wonder why. You know, I wonder if Sabina thought that Shana would throw one of those right hands, those right haymaker bombs, and she'd get clipped. So, you know, maybe Sabina was trying to play it safe. I don't know. You know, all in all, though, you know, I didn't think Shana Dobson was going to return fire. You know, and I'll have her back on the show, and I've definitely talked to her and asked her. But I didn't think that Dobson was going to return fire. Dobson was hurt. She was too busy covering up that liver. I thought Mazo was going to throw a couple of more knees and step back and then do a head kick and get Dobson up out. I mean, I thought that's what was going to happen, but nah, man. And, you know, I got to give a shout to Shana Dobson. Shana held on for dear life. But, guys, she ate that liver shot, and, you know, it looked like she wanted to quit, but, man, she kept going. And you see, with Shana being on the ground, you know, Sabina was dropping some really nasty elbows. Shana really wasn't in a rush. She wasn't trying to get up. I thought that at points in time Shana Dobson could have got up, but she didn't. Because that liver, man, I mean, her homegirl, when she was on the ground, she was still holding that liver. I mean, that's how brutal or nasty body. Like, Sabina got her shin and just grounded that shin right into the liver. If you ain't never been kicked in the liver, man, it just feel like, man, you can't move. Your whole body just want to stop, man. And if you try to move when your liver hurt, it just hurts even worse the more you try to move. A liver shot is nothing to play with, man. So, hey, look, man, Shana, I feel you. Hey, sister, I know where you was at. Trust me. Round 2, Sabina came back, and Shana was allowing Sabina to throw these kicks. So Sabina kept throwing kicks, man. The kicking game, Sabina Mazo, it was nasty, man. It was pretty nasty. You know, she kicked Shana Dobson in the body. Sabina started then using her jab because Shana was using round 2 to recover, and I knew she was. It just wasn't a lot of offense from Shana Dobson in round 2. Sabina was just doing what she wanted to do. She was giving Shana Dobson leg kicks, and I figured, okay, Shana Dobson would try to do something, but round 2, Shana was using that round to recover. She didn't try. Not much offense from Dobson. Sabina, though, man, throwing jabs, threw a couple of straight right hands. And Shana Dobson had no answer for the kicks, man. No answer whatsoever. Now, round 3, interesting, man. Shana Dobson closed that distance, and she started trying to get her shots off. And I started saying to myself, if this fight, if Shana can get it on the inside, she can land some strikes. And Sabina got to be careful, man. She can't get clipped, man. Because one hit from Shana Dobson, I'm talking about a real hit, legit on the chin, it could be night-night. Okay, Shana Dobson does have one hitter quitter power in her hand. She got it. I've seen Shana Dobson, okay? I've seen her give somebody a one hitter quitter. And, Shana started loading up on these strikes in round 3. And Sabina wisely was stepping back. She kept stepping back. And then Sabina started using that jab. And I said, good, Sabina. Keep pumping your jab, because if you keep pumping that jab, she's not going to rush through your jab. And she kept pumping the jab. She kept pumping the jab, and she kept trying to set Shana Dobson up with some kicks. And then, man, Sabina found her opportunity, man. She was able to kick Shana Dobson again in the liver. And Shana, she kind of bagged up, went against the cage. And then Sabina just started throwing knees all over the place. And she had Shana Dobson against that cage, and man, she was whooping Shana's ass. And the referee looked like he was about to stop it. And I'm like, nah, man, go ahead and stop it, man. Because it ain't no sense in letting the girl, continues to take the damage, man. But I'm going to tell you, man, with all them knees, it was crazy, man. Then Sabina got another takedown. And then she took Shana Dobson down, and then she started trying to execute ground and pound. She wasn't able to get her hips into position to really execute the ground and pound the way she wanted to. But, man, this was a blowout, man. This was a bona fide ass whooping. Sabina Mazo handed out an ass whooping to Shana Dobson. But I got to give Shana Dobson a corner credit, man. Man, they was telling Shana Dobson the right thing to do. Matter of fact, all Shana had to do, if Shana would have executed what they said, the results would have been better, man. Her corner, man, her corner is good, man. They told her exactly, look, you got to get in on the inside. You got to get in, okay? You got to, you really got to start throwing that jab, get in on the inside, and make her pay, because see, at a distance, she can work, she can mess you up. They was telling her this. But, Shana just didn't do it, man. And for whatever reason, I know it was the liver, man. Shana ain't want to get hit to that liver no more, man. So Sabina did whatever she wanted to do in this fight. This fight was a blowout. Shout out to Shana Dobson for hanging in there, man. But shout out to my girl Sabina Mazo, the Colombian queen, man. Shout out to her. And guys, definitely, man, I'll have her back on the show. Hopefully next week, man, when she gets some time to just kind of relax. But y'all know Sabina's a gym rat, man. Y'all know, like, after this, Sabina gonna be back in the gym on Monday. How much you want to bet? This your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.